Okay, it's that time once again for the 2021 Game of the Year. Woo! Well, time once again for Game of the Year, not 2021, because it's a new year. But anyway, and technically, is it Game of the Year? I guess it's the modern Game of the Year, because next up we'll have the retro Game of the Year, which is the actual Game of the Year, at least for me. But yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with a couple of honorable mentions first. We've got the Castlevania Advanced Collection, and because there's no physical yet, I'm hoping Limited Run comes out with one. And although they also need to do a Contra collection, hint hint, nudge nudge, wink wink. But representing the Castlevania Advanced Collection, we've got our Castlevania double pack here. Area of Sorrow and Harmony of Dissonance. And I have played Area. It is one of the best Castlevania games, or at least one of the best, well, we refer to them as Igavania, but yeah. Like, it follows the same veins as Symphony of the Night. You also get Harmony of Dissonance on the double pack here. That's not what we're talking about. But what else is on there? Circle of the Moon and Dracula X, or Dracula Double X in Japan. So yeah, you get three advanced games, and then the final missing game that didn't make the cut for the first collection, or Castlevania Anniversary, which is physical thanks to Limited Run. So again, hoping for the advanced collection, hoping for a Contra collection. That'd be nice. But yeah, representing that's an honorable mention because I haven't bought it, I haven't played it, but I did that during that 31 days of Castlevania Reorchestrated. Yeah, and we got some 31 days here. Also, an honorable mention, we've got Awkward. This great little game on Steam that we've been playing on game night because it's online only, thanks to the virus. But yeah, so you type in something, and you can slave your keyboard to other computers that your friends are in the game with. Basically, you choose like a yes or no thing, or this or that, this person versus that person, and you choose what the other person says, what wavelengths you're on. It analyzes, yeah, they're 100% connected, 50% zero, and then it maintains your score throughout the whole game. It's pretty fun. I think, yeah, the more people you have, of course, the more fun it is, because if there's only 4 people playing, then it's like, oh, well, I wonder what I'm going to choose. Is it this guy or that guy? And it's not much fun. But the more people you get, the more varied answers you can get. And our last honorable mention goes to Sonic and the Secret Rings. Apart from the controls, this is a pretty good game. But yeah, the Wiimote isn't the most responsive when you're tilting back to stop, or run to go forward, or jumping. But I like it. I like the music, I like the stages. I don't like how you have to replay the stages over and over to meet different criteria, and then you'll unlock some random thing in some world and go do something there, but you have to do this challenge to unlock something else. And yeah, the progression is a little bit weird here. But pretty good game, good Sonic game, one of the better 3D ones in my opinion. And now we're finally going to get into our top 10. First up. Okay, as always, you've probably already seen from the rules. Well, Castlevania rules? Castlevania Advance came out this year, so that's okay. This came out in, when? 2006. Okay, so modern games. They don't have to be out, they don't have to be released this year in 2021 for me to talk about them for my top 10 modern games of the year. They can be, of course, but they don't have to be. And if you've seen any of my past videos, you know that whatever I play is going to make the list. It doesn't have to be 2021 games only. Same for my retro stuff, but that kind of goes without saying. So, coming in at number 10, we've got Grand Theft Auto 4. So, I'm not the biggest Grand Theft Auto fan. I mean, why? I don't want to be a hoodlum, but it was kind of fun playing one this time. My first real foray into the series. I didn't like it on PS2. Yeah, that's when I was introduced to it. I was like, well, why would I want to go around stealing cars? That's not me, you know. I'm the hero in the game. I wanna kill Ganon. I wanna kill Dracula. You know, I wanna kill elites and brutes and the Flood. You know. So, but you know, I had fun with this. I did go back to get this off the schneid. It was sitting with 60 trophies unobtained on my trophy profile. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to break down. I'm going to play this whether I like it or not. And at the end of the day, I got a bunch of trophies. I cleared the story. And I kind of like the game. So there you go. I've heard like it's probably the worst one in the series. Or at least controls or difficulty wise or something. And yeah, the final, if you haven't played it, the final mission, ooh, that I got some issues with. But yeah, I did like it at the end of the day. I haven't gotten the key to the Liberty City. Is that the 100%? Oh no, I got the 100%. I didn't beat it in 30 hours, so I might be due for another playthrough at some point. But we'll see. I do have a lot more games to play and a lot of stuff in the backlog, which is ridiculous. But moving on to number 9. Boom. And at one point in November, I think it was, I was sitting here with a list of about 7 or 8 games played, and it's like, wow, this is going to be a really bad Game of the Year video if I don't actually play anything. So it's like, okay, I'm going to have to play some games here. But I went over the list, found some more games that I had played, and I did play this at game night with some friends. We've got Bare Knuckle 4 or Streets of Rage 4, and it's freaking awesome. This jumps in at number 9, and yeah, straight shot to the top 10 games of the year. It's really fun. Not only does it take the first 3 Streets of Rage games, you know, the fun and action of those from the classic Genesis Mega Drive era. You got it enhances it. You got supers. You got a blue meter, I think. So you can take damage, but if you hit the enemy, you recover after using your special. There's lots of items to pick up, lots of enemies to fight. Really challenging. There's even a sort of, if you play King of Fighters, some of them have a, not roulette machine, but a mechanic where you can choose 1 of 3 things. So you can either get more lives, get more health, yeah, get more lives, tone down enemy damage after you die or something. And, you know, you get a decreased score if you do that, but it helps you, which is really good on the final boss. And yeah, everybody had to go home, so we couldn't actually beat that last one. But next game night, Streets of Rage 4, highly recommended. You can get physical, at least in Japan, and I think it was limited run. But moving on to number 8. Okay, yes, Jackbox 8. I don't have that, but you can buy it digitally. It has Drawful Animate, and if you know Drawful, that's a pretty fun drawing game, but here you're drawing 2 things and you sort of animate them, and that is so much more fun. It's got the wheel of something, infinite possibilities, I think it is. That's fun, little quiz game, and then you spin the wheel at the end if you have enough points to spin the wheel. And I don't know what happens if you die, because I've actually never died. Yeah. But let's hope that, you know, you spin the wheel and you land on the skull. Let's hope that never happens. But that's really fun. What else is on that thing? Job. So you get some job interviews, you answer questions, you pick some phrases to put things together. It's really cool. Highly recommend Jackbox 8, great party game. And I think it's on all the major systems, so there you go. Yeah, moving into number 7. We've got Infamous. And it's a pretty interesting game. This had been on the backlog for ages, so I finally got around to playing it. Basically, if you've ever wanted to be a good Palpatine or a really evil Palpatine outside of the Star Wars universe, this is what you get. So, yeah, you follow your good karma, you can get blue lightning. You follow the bad karma, you get red lightning. And if you haven't played it, it's pretty cool. Parkour action. Get cool lightning powers that I wouldn't even have thought of. Lightning grenades. Of course, kind of like a fireball or Kamehameha force wave or something. The regular lightning. But pretty cool game. Challenging on the higher difficulty. But got the platinum on that. Good stuff. What else was I gonna say? I'm not sure, but yeah, getting this off the unplayed list is pretty cool. And as you can see, this is the 2-pack, so I've got another game to play. Moving on to number 6. Okay, and if you've watched one of the Metroid videos, or was it a lead-in video before Metroid, but I finally did some cleaning, or no, more specifically, I took boxes out just to find this Metroid Samus Returns case here. 1, so I could put the game away, but 2, so I could show it for videos like this one. And whoa, cardboard spacer. But you got the soundtrack here. On, it's just tucked into a flap, so but still probably technically unopened. You got the game here, and a little information card. But of course, no manual because hey, it's a modern game. Anyway, on to the actual game itself. I am really becoming opposed to remakes, and I guess remasters are fine, but remakes are total garbage. This is a good game, don't get me wrong, but what was wrong with the first game other than it was stuck on the Game Boy? And then Game Boy Color, so there's no patterns. What the problems with this game are one, all the extra fluff. I mean, and there's gonna be spoilers. I'm sure you've seen them on the internet anyway. What the fuck? Ridley? Do we need Ridley? Ridley was not in Metroid 2. Why do we need an extra boss coming in right before the end of the game, or right at the end of the game, and basically stepping all over Super Metroid? The original ending was fine as it was. All of the boss fights, except for one, are excellent. Like great transition to 3D for the most part. They stole music from Super Metroid and later games. They stole some of the area hazards. We didn't need superheated areas with the Norfair music. It was fine without it back in '91 or whenever I played it on the color. Queen Metroid fight was excellent. Omega Metroid fight was excellent. Dig or not, what the hell? Morph Ball fights should not exist. Period. So this guy comes in, you gotta avoid the stupid drills, and he makes a Morph Ball track, you roll up in there and you bomb the things, and or he's got this suction cup thing that you gotta avoid. Just terrible. And he even does a chase sequence earlier in the game, which is kind of why I didn't want to play Dread, because if that's what the preview looked like, you're just running from the Emmys, and I just played the Dig or Not fight. or not the dig or not chase sequence. And it's like, if that's all the game's gonna be, then do I really want Dread? But yeah, a lot of unnecessary fluff. Gravity suit, didn't need that. Didn't need super missiles for the original to be great. But and the analog nub is terrible. I get what they were trying to do. Ooh, you can aim at 360 degrees, but that's okay. Platforming on the 3DS analog nub is terrible. I think I talked in my Dread review about the Shine Sparks, which are not in this game, thankfully. Well, actually, what they did was a power bomb mechanic that shoots you up or to the side, and that was really cool. I wish they brought that back for Dread, but yeah, I mean, no analog nubs for 3D or for 2D platformers. No, the analog stick on the Pro controller was acceptable, except for the Shine Sparks. But yeah, no, give me a D-pad any day of the week, and I'll be happy if we're doing a 2D platformer. So that was number 6. Game of the Year, boom. Samus Returns. Moving on to number 5. Another 31 days. So yeah, we got Castlevania, 31 days. Oh, actually 3 games that aren't connected to anything. Metroid and Sonic Generations. And this, at number 5, this, instead of colors, should have been the release. I mean, this is the 20th anniversary game, I believe. 20th or 15th. Jeez. It doesn't say on the box because it's the greatest hits. Good job. Oh, right there. 20th anniversary of Sonic. Okay. So, this was the 30th, right? Yeah. Why not release this? Why colors? And a botched version of colors at that. That had to be patched after the fact. Oh, that's still in the system. Okay, well. But yep. Sonic's great. Classic Sonic is great. Modern Sonic. This is one of the best 3D Sonics I think I played that month. Which is, you know, to say that I've ever played. So, it's really good. The boss fight, the final boss fight is, I'll say it, fucking terrible. It is just terrible. Yeah, I mean, video's not made for kids anyway, but the final boss is terrible. Just, everything about this game, I like, except the final boss. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. But it's my 5th. It's number 5 on the Game of the Year, so there you go. Coming in at number 4, another 31 Days special, and I was so impressed with the art in this game and the challenge is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Oh yeah, number 4 Game of the Year. I did not cheese it and play as Funky. I did play Donkey Kong. The extra hearts really helped, so I think if I had the Wii U version, I think that would be really unfair, because even with 2 Kongs, you only get 4 hearts, and this was enough of a challenge as it was. The bosses were pretty brutal. You could learn the patterns, and I don't know what the problem was with the last boss, why I struggled so much, but so yeah, I don't know what the problem with the last boss was. I struggled a lot, but we made it. We beat the game. We did not get 100% because some of these challenges are just ridiculous. But Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Game of the Year, or number 4, Game of the Year. Oh. Now, this one, you can either pay through the nose for a PS4 or Switch version from Limited Run, or hopefully they'll come out with a PS5 version, since they're doing that now. At least they are with Shantae. The newer releases are all 3 of those. I don't know why they don't do Xbox, but that will only be a problem if Ninja Turtles does not get a physical release. All of that aside, standing in for the number 3 game of the year. And I loved this friggin' game. This made my birthday spectacular because I played basically Ninja Gaiden 4. The Messenger is spiritual successor to Ninja Gaiden, and it brings everything to the table. You can see from the trailers, you start off in 8-bit, and then something happens in the story, and you move up, change to 16-bit, and then something else happens in the story, and you get it. Then it becomes an action, exploration, adventure deal. So you can collect all the items, collect all the skills, connect the things you need, the MacGuffins you need to finally finish the game. But you go back and forth from 8-bit style to 16-bit style, and it's really fun with the areas you haven't encountered yet, or the areas you did encounter the first time through, and you go back through in the other time period. It's just amazing. And some of the puzzles where you have to switch back and forth. The Messenger is an amazing freaking game. I would put that up there with any of the best, I'm going to say it, I hate the term, but Metroidvanias. But your action exploration games, yeah. It's really difficult. Some of the seals are stupid hard, especially some of the items in the DLC. Ugh, oh, yeah, and there's, well, don't want to spoil it, but The Messenger, number 3 game of the year, represented here by the OG Ninja Gaiden. Moving on to number 2, and I think this was 2018. Now that game of the year went to Octopath Traveler, I believe. But this game came out this year and was for many the game of the year. That would be God of War. So what happened? It was a year ago. I put it in. I did the first stage, beat the first boss, and I just didn't like it at all. And much like with GTA 4, it's like, I've got all these trophies I haven't earned. I've only played it for an hour. Let's give it a chance. So I put this back in a year to the date pretty much after the other one. And I like it. So God of War grew on me. This stupid Final Valkyrie is just, well, not just the Final Valkyrie, but some of them are just stupid hard. But, you know, you can enjoy the game on normal up until maybe about the fourth Valkyrie in is when I switched to easy. But, yeah, great exploration, tons of stuff to do. This is definitely value for money, and you could probably pick it up cheap now because PlayStation games don't really hold their value like Nintendo games do. Probably because they're mass-produced discs. But, yeah, the graphics are amazing. The story is amazing. Some of the backtracking is a little bit annoying, especially if you're in the caves. But God of War coming in at my number 2 game of the year. Oh. Now, I've talked about this game a little bit earlier. I made a review about it this year. Is it the only review on the channel? That's possible because I usually type it up for video games and sushi and trophy hunter. But yeah, if you don't know what game of the year is, then you need to watch more of my channel, or you don't know me that well. But yeah, so again, I started Metroid. Why did I start Metroid? I did the collection video, and I pulled something from the vault. Okay, and then it was like, I watched You Can Beat Video Games collect 100% of the items on Metroid. It's like, you know what? I want to do that. I'm going to play Metroid, and then I'm going to finish Samus Returns. So, boom. So I played Metroid, put some videos up, cut it really close in the Mother Brain fight, apparently. And, yeah, then I beat Samus Returns, got frustrated with Ridley, but I had a pretty good time, apart from all the stuff I already mentioned. And then it's like, okay, cool, we're here, and boom, E3 hits. And Metroid Dread has a trailer, and I watch it, and it's like, okay, what the hell is this? Why do I just want to run away from some robot? Is this a Metroid game? And, yeah, because again, I came off the Diggernaut, that chase sequence is like, if that's all the game is, it's gonna really suck. So, yeah. My number one fail of 2021 is my reaction to the E3 trailer. But okay, so I played Super Metroid in June, because as soon as that was announced, like, okay, well, I got Fusion here, I'm just going to play everything this year. I played Fusion in July, and the SAX sequences weren't really a chase, they're kind of hiding, and but that sort of warmed me up. It's like, okay, well, if Dread is more like that, and less like Diggernaut, then, you know, we can do something here. But, yeah, I got this game, and there's so many reasons why Metroid Dread here in the Steelbook is Game of the Year. The game's not in the case. I hope it's in my Switch. But, yes, Metroid Dread 2021, Game of the Year. She controls like a dream. If you have complaints about the graphics, then I don't know. I don't know what to say, because this is a $60 game. Technically, in Japan, games cost more, so you shouldn't be complaining about $70 games anyway. But yeah, Game of the Year. All things aside, it shipped complete. I mean, there have been a couple of patches fixing small bugs here and there, but I didn't experience any of them during my playthrough. The game shipped complete. Not a disaster like the GTA trilogy or Cyberpunk 2077. Not extra content that should have just been on the thing like Mario Golf Super Rush. This game shipped complete. You can beat it on 1.0.0 from start to finish, and that first glitch is stupid. Who would put a map marker on the final door, which is where you need to go anyway if you're paying attention? Like, that glitch makes no sense, but it has its flaws, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's Metroid. Metroid is back in a huge way. And really, what else came out this year to stand against it? Resident Evil 8 is on systems that nobody can buy thanks to scalpers. Same with Ratchet and Clank. What else came out this year? Call of Duty, everyone's tanking. Battlefield 2042 is a mess, apparently. Halo Infinite was multiplayer for about 3 weeks, but that's only half the game. The campaign still isn't out. Spoiler alert! Okay, Halo Infinite was multiplayer only for about 3 weeks, and then the game came out on December 8th, so that's not really enough time for it to be Game of the Year, even though I've given December games Game of the Year before, or at least games that I got in December. But the game shipped complete, controls like a dream except for shine sparking. There's just so much stuff to do. The map is huge. I said it was a mess when I recorded the review, and it is, but there's not many times where you should get lost. It is difficult, but you know, that's Metroid. It's not like Samus Returns was easy. It's not like Fusion was easy. It's not like Super was easy. But yeah, like I said, the game is great. Nintendo A+. Oh god, I forgot the studio name all of a sudden. And this is in Japanese and really small font. Anyway, they did an excellent job with this game. Proud to say it's my 2021 Game of the Year. If you've hung on this long for the rambling, thank you very much. We'll be back next with our 2021 Retro Games of the Year. So, until next time, have a good one.